You can take all the fun out of it. Welcome to Jtwes Monday Night Live. Thank you all for being here. A countdown clock went down to 0, and I waited for a few seconds longer, and I told Lino, I said...
He was going to wait for a number.
Yeah, I said, I'm not going to go live until I see 25 waiting. And she said, don't do that. You need to be on time. So, y'all, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's well, drying out a little bit. Probably like me, hoping to get into some dirt. Looking forward to trying this Avapil. I'm going to call it Avapil. I think I figured out finally how to pronounce it. Looking forward to trying this Avapil out. And I hadn't decided if I'm going to recut that patch or if I'm going to go up there with the rolling cultivators and just run through it to rolling cultivators and then plant on top of that, because the one planter that I got with the skid plate on the bottom will flatten all that out. Who we got on here, Lino?
We've got Mark Young.
Hey, Mark Young.
Nick Blanton.
Hey, Nick.
John Briggs.
Nick showed me a picture of a mighty fine battery charger I need.
Okay.
It's an IH battery charger, and I think he said his dad or somebody had one, but it's a pretty neat little battery charger. Nick, I want that battery charger.
Let's see who else. Oh, yeah, John Briggs is on.
Can you see him better?
Yeah.
That means that
Well,
help?
yeah.
The iPad help? Hey, John Briggs.
Yeah, I'm getting older. I need bigger equipment to see things.
Well, yeah, we brought the old iPad out of retirement, and I mean, it's old.
It is old.
It's like
It's really thick.
We were afraid it may not be able to keep up with the comments.
Well, and I've got my glasses on because my contacts have been giving me trouble, so I didn't want to have any vision emergency while I'm trying to read everybody's comments tonight. Yeah, John is on, and John showed me a picture of his sweet great-grandbaby.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Sunday, yes, so sweet. Stan is on.
Hey, Stan.
And Joey Neal.
I need to be riding with Stan tomorrow. Stan's fixing to take a ride tomorrow.
To where?
Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Janice is on.
Hey, Janice.
And Joey Neal. I don't know if I said Joey Neal.
You didn't. Hey, Joey. How you, buddy?
Welch Farm.
Welch Farms.
Evening from Cumberland.
Yeah. I told Lino, I said, there's probably a lot of people out messing around. I was telling her, I said, golly, those tomatoes are just jumping a foot every day, and I need to sucker them, but I need to mow tomorrow to get ready to plant later on in the week, hopefully, prayerfully, if it doesn't rain.
Timbo's on.
Timbo.
And James Kelly.
Hey, James Kelly.
James is in Colorado.
Oh.
And we've
I
got...
think James was around here.
Not James Kelly.
Oh.
David is on.
Hey, David.
Says, hello, my friend. Then we've got Cornbread on.
Cornbread's on. Just need ham hocks and buttermilk and everything else.
Greg Mosier's on.
Hey, Greg Mosier.
Paul Ford.
Paul Ford.
William May.
Hey, William May.
Paul is on. Real fan Paul is on.
Hey, Paul. You swimming in the corn?
No, he says good evening from Roanoke, Virginia.
Oh, Roanoke. Is that the I'll just say, is that the new thing, Paul? And you can
New
just
route?
say yes or no.
Oh, was I not supposed to say wow?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't
ignore
make
that.
no difference. Yeah.
Okay. Chet Hodges is on.
Hey, Chet.
And Bart Sexton's on.
Bart Sexton.
Bart says, hope y'all got enough rain. We sure have a little over 3 something.
Yeah, we did. I mean, it's, but it always seems like it does this a lot in the spring. I mean, it kind of turns what I call tropical for a little bit. And, but, I'm sure it's just going to be a matter of time when it'll be dry, and I'll be thinking, man, the corn's tasseling out, and I don't have no rain, and it's the ducks. Everybody waits till I'm live. Birds go to squawking, ducks are coming.
Yeah, here they come. So if you hear the ducks, and then the cats were fighting over something, and then we've got some catbirds who hate our orange cat, so it's doing its catbird thing. So it's like Wild Kingdom out here. I'm glad we got the net, not just for the bugs, but for the animals too. They can stay out
And
there.
Ellie Boo's not here to sit there and let his car idle
Yeah,
for 5 minutes.
no. Larry Terrell from Reedsville's
Hey,
on.
Larry Terrell.
Johnny Edgerton.
Hey, Johnny.
He said, we just got done putting some magic flour on our taters.
Yeah. Somebody asked me in one of the video that I said that in, and I told them, I said I was being coy about it. It was 7 Dust, because they said, what type of flour did you put on that?
Oh.
And I said, no, I was just being coy about it. And,
Yeah, it's not flour.
It wasn't flour, but that's probably, I can say honestly, that's probably the only insecticide we use. If you want to call 7 Dust insecticide, because 7 Dust is pretty weak.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
And a lot of it blows.
Yeah.
It doesn't even completely cover it.
Actually, the funny thing is, I keep telling y'all 7 Dust. I kid you not. The package actually, I got it from the country store over here. It actually says 8 Dust.
Oh, they're 8 Dust now?
Well, I mean, I guess they're playing off of 7 Dust's
Okay.
name, because 7 Dust has been around forever.
Right. Okay, I get it.
It's like the Roundup brand of Roundup. 7 Dust's been around forever. And this package that I bought was called 8 Dust.
I bought an off-brand magic eraser, which is this white thing you use to clean like the bathroom stuff with. And it was off-brand or Food Line brand, and it said Mystic Eraser.
You do realize that's all that is like 4,000 grit sandpaper.
I know,
right?
but it works, so I get it.
I just, just so you know.
The off-brand, the Mystic Eraser does disintegrate faster than the name brand magic eraser, but I don't have to use it, but
it's probably more
so often.
It's probably more than that. It's probably like 10,000 grit sandpaper.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's sandpaper basically. It's a wet sander.
Yeah, it works. Allison's on.
Hey, Allison.
Hey, Allison. Orbra's on.
Hey, Orbra.
Jack Graham says, good evening, folks. Great to see you setting in the motorhome out in the Oregon coast. Nice, except 38-mile-per-hour winds.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, I was going to pick at him and say he's rubbing it in because he's in the RV, but he's not rubbing it in because he's sitting in high wind. So we'll let you slide on that, Jack.
Yeah, and he says blessings to all. But yeah, and if we had those winds in ours, you'd feel it.
He's probably, I guess
moving.
out there, he's probably about used to stuff like that.
Okay, so we have cornbread. Now we've got pork chop.
Okay, cool deal.
Howdy, folks. I believe the sweet corn is going to suffer due to too much rain. 18 inches in 3 weeks. The first plant is tasseling.
Well, seemed like all time when I seen a bunch of rain when I was younger, especially on the Baca, it'd grow real quick. But when it turned out hot on it, boy, she wilted it down. It just it's just so tender at that point. But I don't know if that'll affect corn that much.
Jay Pill is on from the UK.
Jay Peel from the UK.
Where it will be Tuesday.
It is.
On
It's
his
Tuesday,
time.
early morning. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jay Peel.
His or her. I don't know if what the J stands for. Scott Hanks is on.
Hey, Scott.
Good evening from Anderson, South Carolina. John Gary Riley is on from Central Mississippi.
Mississippi.
And Brian's on.
Hey, Brian.
Says good evening, y'all.
I just finished watching your video, Brian.
Let's see. Paul says, yeah, up here starting the new thing. Not sure yet where I'll be headed tomorrow.
Oh, man, Paul, that's not good. You can't plan out your lunch stops.
Greg says, we used to use 7 Dust as flea and tick treatment for the dogs when I was growing up. I mean, that would work.
Yeah. It seemed to me, I mean, I'm not trying to be drastic or anything. It seemed to me like people used to say put burnt motor oil on a dog if he had a mange spot. Mm-hmm. And I never done that. I just seemed like I've heard that.
Well, ours was you throw the mangy dog in a pond, and that clears it up. In a natural pond.
Yeah. Maybe it's something in the pond water. I don't know.
I don't know. Mark says, I remember dusting tobacco with 7 Dust way back in the last century.
Yeah, I'm sure you probably did that for the aphids.
And Cornbread says, now I feel stupid. I made biscuits and gravy this morning with 7 Dust because I used all my wife's flour on our plants. Well, hopefully, I mean, if you're still with us, I'm glad, eating 7 Dust for breakfast.
I said, 7 Dust pretty weak. I believe you could make gravy out of it.
It might just give you an upset stomach. You'll be all right.
I don't know. We used to put something called, Mark, you may not remember what it was. It's in these cans, round cans, orthene or something like that in the water barrel of the planter, and that would help with cutworms. I don't know if you could have used that for, potato bugs, but orthene, I believe it was.
Nikki's on, says Bowers Brothers Farms, hello from the hayfield.
Nikki. Oh, he's in the hayfield. Mm-hmm. Oh man, get it, Nikki.
Yeah, he's taking him a break.
Oh.
Well, he didn't say that, but I just figured.
No, he ain't. He's driving away.
Don't chat and drive, Nikki.
Nikki,
Because they'd be like, oh, my hayfield is not even now. Thanks, guys.
I was telling Lawrence, Meredith's husband, Lawrence, one time that when I was younger, I used to take the needles on the round baler and I'd used to stack it all up on one side and get the needles all messed up and then see how quick I could make them level out. And he told me, he said, boy, if you'd have did that to my baler.
IP Farms is on.
Hey, IP Farms.
Says good evening, both of y'all.
Nelson, he looking good over there. Corn looking good.
Chet says, Joey, crows must be bad everywhere. Tipper Presley at Celebrating Appalachia had crows flying around as they were planting corn. They say they're putting up scarecrows.
I'm telling you guys, and I don't doubt everything that, a lot of guys have put comments on diesel fuel and turpentine and things like that. I don't doubt that none of that doesn't help and prevent stuff and corn. I just want something, the reason why I'm going to try this Avapil out is I want something I can say, okay, that's money in the bank. It's ready to use every year. And I kind of, the way he said it dried on the seed, it doesn't leave anything in the planter box, and I kind of wanted that too, not to have any residue of fuel or turpentine, stuff like that in the planter box itself. And so this field's going to be the test. If it has a good stand, it will be
It'll be a new,
it will be
new
the
addition
test,
to the
test. And I can finally breathe a little bit when it comes to planting corn.
Nick says, man, I've looked long and hard for that battery charger. So he said, come and try to take it, is what Nick's saying.
Well, he's got a rear rock shaft down there. I need to go down there.
James says, good evening, enjoy your chat. That's James Pavliska.
Hey, James.
And Timbo says, my dad used burnt mortar oil on dogs for mange.
Yeah, I've heard it worked. I really have.
Laura and your dad are watching next door. Hey, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
Oh, well, say hey to your daddy, too.
Oh, hey, Daddy.
Martin Farms says, hello, Jtwes family.
Hey, Martin Farms.
And Allison says, oh, don't worry, he's not hauling hay.
Oh.
Maybe that's just his place to go,
Yeah.
Peaceful and likes it out there. Joey Nail says, I remember using a product called 6X on everything for pests.
Oh, yeah.
And
I don't remember 6X. I was thinking about Allison. Allison, I trust everything is doing well. You can give me a thumbs up if you want to.
Joey Neal says, I remember using a product. Oh, I already read that. John says, Dad would dip the dogs in burn cylinder oil for mange and ticks.
Yeah.
Or mange and fleas.
Poor dogs.
I know. Well, some of that stuff that comes that you
Yeah.
squeeze on the back of their neck, some of them
Oh, yeah. I've seen
they
that.
get
I've seen it
completely
wig 'em
crazy.
out, man.
Yeah, because I had a cat one time. It's the first time I used it on her, and I didn't know she was allergic. She had an allergic allergy. She was foaming at her mouth and shaking real bad. And so I called the number on there. They said, to call this number if something is going bad with the animal, because it was on a weekend. And so,
did you wash her?
yeah, with Dawn dishwashing liquid. I put her in the sink, washed her, and she was fine. So
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you're just gonna have to have fleas or ticks. But
I don't remember who that was. Who was it?
I don't remember either. It was a calico. Probably from the Great Herd. It's been several years. Kurt T is on.
Hey, Kurt T.
Good evening from Southeast Louisiana. On a gorgeous Monday night, just getting in. Hope all is well.
It is. I was telling Lino when we went on, we were talking about the time again. I said, man, there's probably some parts of Louisiana, and I don't know what time it is there with you, but I'm guessing maybe 7:30 probably.
Mark says, yes, sir. Orthene was good stuff. It would control almost all tobacco pests without killing you.
Oh, yeah. I knew it smelled like rotten eggs.
Yeah, and, because I know Remember Beeman got sick from something he was spraying tobacco with?
Yeah, well, I think that may have been like some MH30 or something
Yeah,
like that.
he got too exposed to it and ended up pretty sick for a little while. Eugene Martin is on.
Hey, Eugene.
Hello from the Martins in South Boston, Virginia.
South Boston.
Yep.
I watched our friend Moore's farm-alls this morning. He was rather upset over a herd of crows.
Brian says we used orthene in the water barrel when we planted tobacco. I remember we used a tomato juice can with holes in it on a stick to use 7 dust for garden.
Yeah, I got a mason jar that I
Yeah,
got
with the
holes in
holes
it,
in the
and I
top.
just put it in that mason jar and walk over it and do that. And every year I do this, but I guess it's because it's a cold weather crop. My broccoli ends up being close to the potatoes, and I try to do it on a still calm day so I don't have no drift over to my broccoli, which I need to check that
I was
broccoli.
about to say, we haven't eaten broccoli in 2 days, so I'm sure we need to be looking, because right now it's broccoli every day.
Yeah, Sammy said that peaches and cream is coming up. He said it's about an inch tall. And I did notice that one roll of Jimmy Red that we planted over here before I found out about the avapeel is coming up pretty good. And so hopefully they'll be all right. And the sweet potatoes are kicking along. And somebody commented last night, I said on a video that, I don't know if I said it on a video or where I said it, or anyway, I made comments somewhere about putting a little fertilizer on the sweet potatoes, and I didn't realize they didn't really need fertilizer. Y'all may know more about that than I do, but I've always put a little fertilizer on them, but he said that they didn't need it, so.
Well, and the broccoli, you know how we were thinking maybe some of the 7 dust sprinkled over to the broccoli, and so I was washing it real good. Well, even after washing it real good, there were still some little worms in there, little tiny. They were hiding in the
Oh,
branches.
well, they're going to latch on like that.
Yeah,
They ain't
so
gonna let go.
I had already washed it and was letting it dry. And then when I was cutting them up, I seen one, and I was like, Sam, you're going to have to help me go through all of this broccoli and really look. Because, I mean, I know there's a lot worse things you can eat, but the thought I wouldn't be able to.
I don't know.
Because we eat it raw. I don't cook it usually.
I don't know how, unless you sprayed it early in its little head about that big, I don't know how you would keep worms out of broccoli. I'm sure there's something.
There's not a lot, though. It wasn't like they were.
Well, I know, but I'm saying the broccoli you buy at the grocery store probably been sprayed. It's got to have been.
Yeah. Mark Moore is on.
Hey, Mark Moore.
Says good evening, y'all. Josh Patterson is on.
Josh.
Says crows don't seem as bad in my part of upstate South Carolina as they usually are. Not sure if they are feeding on the cicadas and leaving the corn alone. That very well could be.
Yeah, it could be. They a lot better meal for them, I would think.
And we don't have a lot here. Like, we went into town of Mebane, and there was like all those trees by that shopping center, and it was really loud, like white noise in the background.
Well, they can fly 15 miles. Look like they'd fly to Mebane.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying we don't have the cicada problem here like they do in other parts where it's really loud. So we don't. If we did, they would have left your corn alone.
I got them in Asheboro because Brandon with Little NC Farmer did a video on a 140 tractor he's just bought, and man, it was so loud. I mean, it was almost drowning his audio out.
Yeah.
I mean, it was that loud.
It is crazy. Johnny says I use pantyhose to put out dust.
Do we have any?
Pantyhose?
Yeah, do you have any?
No.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't even think we got
I mean,
any.
I was born in the 1900s, but not that far back into the 1900s, okay?
I can remember when it'd be an aisle
Oh, yeah.
from here
all those
to
big
there,
eggs.
stacked from there to there.
Remember the legs? It was
Yeah.
LEGG, and they had a big...
The eggs.
Yeah, they were all in an egg. Because I remember, I had plenty of aunts, and, my grandma wore them, like, every day. They didn't go without them. So, our generation, we were just awful. You're not wearing any hose under that?
And I've also heard pantyhose is good about keeping your liver together for catfishing.
Oh, I thought you meant for a minute your literal liver.
No, when you use liver for catfishing, you put it in a pantyhose and tie it up, and then put your hook through it.
Cheesecloth will work,
and
too.
then you can cast it, and it don't come off. Somebody on here told me that, I believe.
Brian wants your opinion.
Uh-oh.
Opinion about using Liquid 7 to spray the potatoes and garden. The liquid kind.
I really don't have opinion, Brian. I just never tried it. I've just always dusted it. And, of course, the dust is washed off now, and I probably need to look at it tomorrow and see if I need to walk back up through there and dust it a little bit. But, I have found out you don't got to dust that whole plant. I mean, you just get some stuff on the top, and I think it gets rid of them pretty good. But I need to check mine tomorrow.
Paul says the crows still haven't messed with my Jimmy Red. Guess they're all over at your place.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. And Janice says that they're awful here in Mebane. Yeah, Janice, because we were at where was that?
Yeah, she's
we were
over
at
there.
Cookout on that exit, and there's a bunch of trees like undeveloped behind the Cookout area, and that they were really loud right there. Paul Ford says, Lino, love the tailgate challenge. That's an old video. Yeah,
my
and that
goodness.
was my own genuine idea because I would just happen to notice the boys kept stepping up on that tailgate just like it was nothing to go get stuff. And so, I knew everybody could do it. I didn't get Joey to do it, but I figured everybody in my house could do it except for me. So I hardly got my foot up there. Let's see. Tina says, or it's Tina Thorson, but it's Roger and Tina in North Dakota. Hey
Roger and Tina.
Cornbread.
So probably Roger's using Tina's.
Yeah, Tina has a YouTube account. Cornbread says, Supermax 10 is what I use to spray all my plants for bugs.
Supermax 10.
And Haggy Farm is on.
Haggy Farm.
Says, hi y'all, sorry I'm late.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, so basically what we've had the issue again this week was the rain because was it Saturday that it rained like that? Or was it Friday?
Saturday, yeah, it rained pretty good Saturday evening because I went and made that video of the replanting the corn and all that stuff, and then it rained that evening pretty good.
Yeah, because usually...
Or it may have rained that morning because I poured the rain gauge out.
Okay, yeah, usually we have one waterway that goes to the pond that's kind of uphill, so it's a river when it gets a lot of rain.
Oh, my goodness.
This time we had a new one pop up from the other side of the pond, and there's a dam on the back of the pond. So hours after it had stopped raining, if you went out there, you could hear it.
It's got a spillway on the left-hand
spillway,
side.
like it sounded like a waterfall because it was going all over the back end.
The reason why it sounded like a waterfall because it is a waterfall.
Okay, well.
Back behind it, when it goes around about 30 feet back behind the dam, it's done washed out a spot back there, and when it falls, it falls.
I've seen it because I went looking for mist down there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some.
That's what you're hearing.
Yeah, I did see that big dip in there.
I need to get that fella Let's Dig 18 up here and make me a bigger pond.
William May says Mebane is the hometown to my late third cousin, Woody Durham.
Woody Durham. It seems like I've heard that name.
I haven't heard it. Mark says, seems like I've used Liquid 7 before. As far as I know, it worked fine.
Yeah, Brian, I don't think it would not work. The only way I've seen, I had some that was in a red plastic jug one time you hooked a water hose to. For me, I would have had to get a water hose out to wherever I'm going, and that's probably the reason why I didn't ever really care to use it. And
J. Pill says, we have lots of rooks here, which are part of the crow family. Not sure whether they're the same as what you have.
They the same. If they black J. Pill, they the same. If they steal stuff, eat stuff, scratch up stuff, they're the same.
Well, because I don't know, I know there's a lot of similarities between rooks, ravens, crows, and magpies. Magpies, if I'm saying that right. So they're all from the same family. I think magpies may have a little bit different coloring.
I think J. Pill, from the articles I've been reading, England might be getting a newer king, hopefully. I mean, I hate that, but...
Don't say that.
I know, but I just seen where it said it was worse than he thought it was. I hate it. I mean, I'm not making fun.
You mean King Charles?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know he was sick.
Yeah, he's bad sick.
Let's see, let me find my place.
Yeah, I ain't making fun of him for being sick.
Yeah. Paul said it poured at my place Saturday night. I think we got 8 inches total last week. Ooh. Because, and I kept waking up a couple of nights where it was actually a thunderstorm and it was raining.
Yeah.
That wasn't just the normal rain days we had. There was thunderstorms, too. Farm Off Fanatic says it's a scorcher here.
Hey, Gino, it's a scorcher there.
Which it's going to get pretty hot here this week too, like 85, 86.
Yeah, Gino, I didn't want to do too long of a comment the other day, but it certainly looked like that diesel tractor could have pulled 3 or 4 more shanks on that chisel plow, no problem.
Oh, and for the benefit of J Pill, that's Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
You know, because they'll use Celsius over
Yeah,
there.
we don't use Celsius on my channel, JPL. It's,
Yeah.
It's inches, feet, miles per hour, and
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
He'll need to convert from the metric system. Johnny says, Thomas is wanting to know if y'all went to the Got to Be North Carolina Festival. We went Saturday.
Yeah, I thought about it, but we didn't go. Should have. I'll be honest with you, I did not realize that they had
So much stuff.
rides and stuff like that, and I should have went because I seen Matt with Farm All 51. He put up a couple videos, and Moore's, was it Moore's Outdoors? Yeah, they put up a couple of videos, and it looked fun. It did. Matter of fact, one of the videos I was watching had a John Deere 4250 or something like that. That was a nice tractor, boy. I wouldn't mind having that thing.
Nick says, the rain we got made my Jimmy Red jump. I checked it today, and it's 9 inches tall. I've got sweet corn. Oh, well, it says 9 foot tall.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
He's probably 9 foot.
All right, I've got sweet corn that will be ready in about a week.
Darn, Nick. I got some sweet corn ready. It's in my freezer, sucked up in a bag with some butter on it. You know, really, we have not eaten any of that.
Of what? Oh, yeah, the cob.
The cob corn that I froze and zipped in
Well,
the...
I'll make some Saturday, because for Saturday we're having a little Memorial Day cookout, so I was going to make some potato salad.
There's
and
probably, if you get them all out, there's probably like 10 in there.
Yeah, so I'll make them then,
Yeah, just get them all out and take them out of the bags and
Okay.
put them in there.
because we'll do like some hot dogs and hamburger, and it'll go good with that. William says Woody Durham was the voice of UNC football and basketball.
Okay, I knew I'd heard that name more than
Okay.
just,
Yeah, I
you
hadn't
know,
heard.
I felt like that was something that'd been in my head there.
Orber says if it dries up enough, I'm going to put a barrel rack and spray on the 140 and spray some liquid 7 when I cultivate.
What you spraying, Orbra? If he's gonna put a barrel, he's got quite a bit of spray in there. I knew some farmers. They used to have a little, I guess like what you're talking about, Orbra, a little where the planter barrel used to be, another little small barrel just for spraying around fences and yards and stuff. And they had a little long wand on it, and they just drive that thing around, spray everywhere.
Pat Doka says, good evening, don't enjoy or envy you in the mud.
Yeah, Pat. Like I said, I'm really, because there's like a 50% chance of thunderstorms Thursday and Friday and Saturday, and it's a 50% it may not happen. So I'm on the fence of whether to try to disc that field or refreshing the rows. Me and Johnny both pointed out that it didn't have hardly any weeds in it, so I'm thinking I could just refresh the rows up with the rolling cultivators, and I think that would save me a little time getting back in it.
Ollie's looking at him.
I see him.
Don't look at him directly. Don't make eye contact. Throw one in here. Ollie's our orange cat that you see getting on Joey
Yeah,
when
he's
we're
wanting
inside.
In
He gets on Joey's lap. Now he wants to get on his lap out here, but we got the netting up for those bugs.
Which we ain't got no brown bugs out tonight.
No,
There's not one in
yeah,
here.
I don't think it's warm enough tonight. Timbo says, my neighbor cut 22 acres of hay today, and he's 83 years old.
Timbo's probably gonna rain. Somebody said one time, if you ever need it to rain, go ahead and cut all your hay.
But dude, he's 83.
83. He cut it at 83.
Yeah, 22 acres.
Oh wow. I hope at 83 I can do 23 acres or something.
Cornbread says, are we all invited to come to the cookout?
Yes, come on.
Yeah, we'll share.
Yeah, we actually were discussing it before we went live, and I told Leno I was gonna try one burger with, what did I say?
McCormick's seasoning.
But Montreal, right?
Oh, yeah, Montreal.
Yeah. Put some Montreal on it, because I've been seeing that a lot here lately on some videos, people putting Montreal seasoning on burgers.
But I think McCormick makes Montreal seasoning.
Well, yeah.
Like you got the regular McCormick, then you got the fancy McCormick, which is Montreal. So I just use the regular one
I
usually.
think Montreal is,
The type of seasoning?
yeah, different manufacturers make a Montreal
Oh, okay.
seasoning.
It's probably the mix.
It's
Okay.
a mix, I'm pretty sure.
Butterfly Farms is on.
Butterfly Farms.
Hope everything is well. Just got in from the hayfield. Better late than never.
It is.
And
We
Orbit.
got a lot of hay people on here tonight.
Well, I'm glad there's so many people with the hay stuff because, I've been seeing it too, like fields, like in the process of cutting and then doing the thing to get it all up.
And guys, I may be wrong here.
rake.
I may be wrong, but me and Leno was riding down the road, and I was looking out in a field, and I seen about 3 years worth of round bales
He's going to try to bust in.
up against the tree line. And I told Leno, I said, Leno, everybody says how America wastes enough food. He'll won't right back out, Leno. It'll be all a big problem.
He's going to get...
He'll be all right. I feel like there's enough round bales baled up a year and wasted, and they go to waste because they don't get fed out, that would probably feed half the cows in the United States. Because, I'll go to these fields and there's just round bales that don't get fed up.
Orbit says the whole garden
Oh,
is what
okay.
he's spraying.
All right.
J. Pill says, here in the UK, we're different to the rest of Europe. We still use Fahrenheit and feet and inches, even though we went metric 50 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so they said we're staying with our ways.
So now, somebody may need to educate me. They call our system the imperial system. Is that correct, guys?
I don't know what.
Yeah,
you call...
I think our system is called the imperial system. My next question is, if I'm right, did it come from England with us? Or,
I don't know. Our history people need to tell us.
Yeah.
Elliot Lindsay's on.
Hey, Elliot Lindsay.
Says finally made it. Howdy. Harvey Rouse Jr. is on.
Harvey Rouse. Good
Says,
to see you, bud.
I've recently ordered some miscellaneous items from Brandon at Burch Store. High quality merchandise.
Somebody sent me an email email or a text or something, and it might have been you, Harvey. Somebody said they had to go dump a load of cash at Brandon's.
Yeah. Paul says Montreal seasoning is pretty good on burgers. I like it on grill or roasted asparagus. Pretty quick and easy to do.
Yeah, I tell you, Montreal seasoning to me is about all around good seasoning for about anything.
I use it on ribeyes. That's really what I use.
What did you use on the asparagus when you put them in the oven? Nothing?
I used the regular McCormick steak seasoning, which is the unfancy kind.
Yeah.
I used that and butter and garlic.
Walmart had this grill. I was sweating over that thing. We went and got Leno some flowers and stuff, and it's all American made grill for like $57. I told Lena, I was like, you need to get me that grill. I love a charcoal grill. I do.
I know. Yeah, I do too.
Anything charcoal.
I mean, I think the gas grills are good for a quick.
Yeah.
To get it done quick, like chicken. I do like chicken on a gas grill. But if it's a steak.
Or burger or hot dogs.
Yeah, I really like
pretty much
a charcoal grill. Yeah.
Yeah, and last time I grilled, I didn't say it on video, but I did cut a scape out of a garlic over there, and I put it on the grill while I was cooking. And Sammy said it was just chewy. He said it tastes like garlic, but we let Sammy's like our Mikey back in the 80s. Give it to Mikey. Mikey would like it. We do that. Give it to Sammy. Sammy would like it.
Well, and I did use some of our chives from the onions.
Oh, yeah.
I did use some of those in chili, and it was pretty good. Stan says, Harvey said, I still haven't got my 1950 Cub out of the back of the shop. Hopefully we'll get around to it this week.
Oh.
And Stan says, I need to bale my lawn or hire some sheep.
I got 3 goats that get it, Stan.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The goats are pretty picky about grass.
I got a little more. I got quite a few more posts because this garden is smaller than the one I had. I need to
stake them out.
Stake off a place for the goats, but and I do have a 0.5 Jewel electric fence. I could put it back there and let them eat that.
they're going to be electrocuted by the
That's
time.
kinda why I
'cause
wanna do it.
All they do is rub that fence that they're in now in their pasture. They always rub. They're always climbing on the,
Yeah, I
the
know, but
gate.
it would supplement some goat feed for a little while.
Well, but they're picky about it. I mean, I think last year we had to actually weed eat a section in there because it was growing too tall.
Yeah.
Carrie Nix is on.
Hey, Carrie Nix.
Says, I hope you give them crows the gut ache when you replant the Jimmy Red. That's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan. And the severity of the mass destruction of that field is, to me, really going to put this stuff to the test. Somebody said I ought to put cameras up just so I can see what's going on out in the field. And I told them, I said, well, I really hadn't thought about that, but I'd be willing to almost do it just to see a crow get sick.
Well, I'm sure it don't hit them right away.
No, it hits them within seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, within seconds.
That just might make you feel better.
And it
you
said-
might just want to watch it.
And it said it makes them sick for days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Harvey does say, yes, that's the imperial system.
Ah. Who said that, Harvey? Mm-hmm. And so now the second question is, guys, did the imperial system come from J. Peel?
From England, like,
Yeah.
did we bring it with us?
Right.
Because, I mean, if they use the...
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they're using it there, that's why I felt like it may have came there.
It may have come from the UK, because that's where J. Peel is. He's
Yeah.
in the UK, which is different from the rest of Europe. So it could be the UK does it. Because, like, our guy in Turkey, or the Turkey guy, he uses Celsius.
Yeah.
Brian says, our neighbor cut our 18 acres of land for hay today and was tedding it before dark.
Hey. When did he cut it?
Bart Sexton is on.
Hey, Bart.
We already said hey to Bart. Sorry,
Oh.
Bart. Says, what I use on the tater bugs is my 2 fingers and they be gone forever. Yeah, they've done that before too. Come in with stained hands.
That was Ellie's favorite thing to do.
It was like Elliot's pastime. I
Yeah.
tell you what, our middle child is so weird
Elliot,
sometimes.
man, he was a potato bug smusher. He would stay out there for 2 hours.
I guess it was
smushing things.
satisfying.
And the thing about it, he was like 5 years old when he did it.
Oh, I know. But but Elliot's also the one who would go and steal all of our produce right as it got ripe.
Oh, yeah.
And we would think nothing's ripening up, and it's because Elliot's already been down through the row eating tomatoes, strawberries.
And speaking of produce,
He eats raw potatoes. What?
Leno's peach tree has just gone crazy. It literally, if all those peaches make it, there's going to be some lost branches somewhere. It's just
know.
I've got 2 main branches propped up with wood right now. And the other ones I'm hoping will flex enough to just bend. The ones I got propped up were some of the main deals I felt like would pull the tree over because it already leans a little bit. But man, good, praise the Lord. Well, we're going to have some peach pie.
Yeah,
Peach
peach ice
cobbler.
cream. Peach ice cream in the...
And we're going to can some peaches
Yeah.
in some heavy syrup.
We're going to can some, and I'm going to freeze some too.
In heavy syrup.
Okay.
50-50.
Okay.
6 cups of syrup, 6 cups of sugar, 6 cups of water.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like using that much sugar in it, but we'll do it.
But you got to put fruit fresh in it or turn brown.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we did in the apples too. They still turn brown.
Yeah, that was a little bit better than the pears.
Okay. Shane Jeans is on.
Hey, Shane.
He says, I missed the crow part. What are you getting? Explain what you're getting.
Shane, it's a product called Avapil. I hadn't said a whole lot about it because once I get it and we try it out, and the guy has said that he can get me some links where you guys can buy it. But we want to see what it does. It's really, unless somebody up north in Michigan or somewhere like that, you know, it wouldn't be too late for them to try it. And but hopefully it works out good. It's supposed to make the crow sick as soon as he eats the seed, and he's sick for a couple of days.
Janice says, say a prayer for Roger. His back is bothering him really bad. So, yeah, we will, Janice.
We will.
Poor Roger. Because when your back is aching, it's just terrible.
It
you know,
is.
it affects you just
It must
your
have been
whole
really
body.
bad because I passed him today. He didn't even know I passed him.
Oh.
He was pulling out the driveway.
Yeah, he's probably just concentrating, getting through that pain. Brian says this morning at 7:30 a.m., What did you ask about? Did he cut it or the
Oh,
hay?
yeah, so he's tedding it already. It's from 7:30. Wow. Yeah, when he cut the hay and then he's tedding it, usually,
You
know,
wait. Is tedding the raking or what?
no, it's fluffing it up.
Oh, you.
So like the sun hits it on this one side,
Oh,
and
and
so
then
this side's
okay.
dry, but up underneath it's still damp, and then you tedded it and
Is
fluffs it
that
up.
before or after you rake it?
Raking's next, and then belling.
Okay. Because if I had to have a farm job, I would like to do the hay raking. I just would like that, getting in that neat row.
Yeah.
Like I would just like to be responsible for that
The
part.
hay raker has a very important job because how they rake the hay is how easy it is to bale.
Oh, well, then never mind.
Yeah.
Somebody will complain I didn't rake it right.
So if you don't rake it right,
Yeah.
and the guy with the baler, you don't want to use the baler for a hay rake, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You
You want to be able to just ride right over it
Yeah,
easy and
yeah.
it picks it up. Yeah. I mean, I get the idea.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't know, it would take me a while to get good at that.
And I seen a YouTube video where somebody baled up a bunch of oak leaves, a big old round bale of oak leaves.
They would eat that. A lot of animals would eat that.
I don't know. I keep thinking too many.
Orba says would like to be cutting hay, but just a little too wet.
It is. It is. It is. It's about golly. It's about too wet for anything. It's about too wet for me to mow the yard. But
I know. Yeah. I mean, the grass is terrible. But if it was dry, we'd be like, oh, we need.
Oh yeah,
hay.
we'd be all complaining about it being dry.
I think it's better for us to be a little too wet right now
Yeah.
than too dry because I'm sure the dry is coming.
Yeah, we'd all be
And,
complaining about needing to
Yeah,
irrigate.
I think the rain, we can deal with that more. As far as what we do,
Yeah.
we can handle the rain more than not because the corn just might get some weeds in it, but it'll come up,
Yeah.
Paul says that sounds like me when the blueberries are ripe, taking a bit longer to mow around them. He's like this, mowing around them.
You said weeds and corn, and it reminded me, Johnny. Me and you both were commenting about that field not having many weeds in it, and I figured it out. It's because I plowed it and I turned them all deeper, and it didn't have that many on top of the soil to sprout.
Brian says he's praying for Roger. And Bama Tractor's on, saying,
Hey.
I made it, better late than never.
That's it, Bama Trotter. You all right?
And Janice loved raking hay for her dad. So see, Janice, you could teach me, because I know she won't be hard on me about it, Oh, see, Orber's saying raking hay ain't as easy as it looks. I've got cussed a lot.
Well, I kind of knew that I didn't want to say that, but I mean, I kind of knew that the hay rake guy totes a lot of mouth if he don't rake it right.
Well, and a couple people are saying Meredith rakes hay.
She does.
So she calls it tractor therapy. So see, if Meredith can do it, I can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, she does. Actually, that's probably the.
And he don't complain about her job?
If he did, she's never filmed
She
it.
didn't put it on camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, actually, she's done it enough now where she knows about what he wants and how he wants to.
Yeah.
Which, Lawrence, I love him to death, but man, he drives a tractor faster than I ever would. He is high gear.
Yeah, he's got a lot to get done.
Well, no, he just drives them fast. Like when he mows, oh my gosh, it looks like he's in high gear coming across there.
Well, a lot of people do that.
But I guess if you get used to it,
Yeah.
and you're used to driving like that,
Well,
but I just never
people
could.
do plowing like that too, because some come to plow day and they're going a lot faster than
Yeah.
we're used to. And I'm like, don't go too fast. This field's only so big.
Yeah,
make it last. Make it last.
Matt picks at me about my first gear plow, and he always tells me, boy, you need to get out of that first gear.
No. Jay Pill says we're having some dry weather here for a change. They sent all their
I guess
moisture
that would,
here.
Yeah, that would be in England.
Yeah.
Because I always associate England with being wet all the time.
Cornbread says, when I came in earlier, my wife said that the broom gave her blisters. So I told her next time, take the car. Or, I heard the really good insult Maria taught me yesterday.
Wait a minute. What's he saying?
He's saying, the broom gave her blisters. He said, next time, take the car.
He told her that?
Yeah.
And he's still living?
Yeah. Yeah, that's Cornbread. Get your wife on the phone.
Cornbread,
Let's talk to her.
I don't believe you told her that. You're going to have to film that. Let me see it.
And speaking of blisters, I heard the best insult yesterday at church of all places. Because you know who I'm sure I heard from is Maria had taught me. She's like, oh yeah, just like a blister, show up when the work's done. She told somebody that. I don't even remember who she was telling that to, but I just laughed. I was like, I have got to use that because that happens all the time around here. You know, with the boys and stuff. Oh yeah, you're just like a blister. Show up when the work's done. I hadn't heard that.
And the other one told me, oh, that's a smart idea. And I said, of course it is. I thought of it and you didn't.
Yeah, I mean, y'all are so mean. John, don't ever work in the kitchen for anything at church. People show their real attitudes in there. No, but I'm just kidding. It's fun. I mean, we kid each other like siblings. No, we're just used to it. Cornbread said she would kill me.
Yeah.
He talking like that for YouTube.
Yeah, he's talking. He's talking like, I gotta see this.
Mm-hmm. Mark says peach preserves, ice cream, and cobbler. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't made any preserves because I haven't ever had enough.
I look forward to showing you these. I mean, yeah, Lord willing, they make out good.
I made blackberry preserves, but it's so much sugar in it because, I mean, it's like, you would have to eat that once a week for your whole sugar intake for the whole week, that preserves. Remember when you made it and you were putting 6 cups of sugar when you were boiling it down?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, when you make preserves, there's a lot of sugar involved.
Well, it was a whole lot.
Yeah.
And you know I love sugar.
Golly, I can't remember.
You forget? All right, let's move on. Bart says, I have an idea for it and works great. Just got in another order of these 3-pack netting to keep the worms off the broccoli. Cabbage and collards. I'm using some.
Did he say netting?
Uh-huh. I'm using some Plex pipe to make a hop. Hop holds it up, and I'll be able to use it year after year. So he's putting netting on it to keep bugs off. I mean, it still lets the sunshine in.
Well, yeah, but water. I'm just trying to feel like if you'd have to seal it at the bottom with dirt.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't know. Oh. Unless it's a raised bed. I don't know. Oh, hoop. Okay. I didn't know if I just didn't know what a hop was, Bart. It's a hoop, not a hop.
A hoop.
Yeah. And I read y'all's comments usually for word because there's words you all say that I don't know.
She won't be sure. Yeah.
And then sometimes there'll be something really crazy and I'll I don't know if this is what this means. Sundowner Whoop Whoop is on.
Sundowner
says, I love sugar too. Hello, everyone. Yeah, we know.
I think we all love sugar.
Yeah, I mean, most people do like sweet.
Sugar and salt.
Yeah. Now, I know some people have more of a salty snack preference because I am one of those. I like salty snacks, but I do love ice cream. You know, I love plenty.
Yeah, I don't eat much sugar. You got to learn how to say no.
No. All he does is eat sugar. I need something sweet. Oh, I need something sweet.
I don't say sweet. I just say I need some sugar.
I need some sugar. I need some sugar. And but he likes everything, like those gross orange slices.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
The candy orange slices that have the crispy sugar on the outside.
Yeah, you get all that off before you chew it.
Yeah, I don't know anybody but you who like those. I'm surprised they're still in business. I just don't like those.
Been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Jelly orange slices.
Yeah.
They got some cherry ones I had one time too.
You like jelly beans too, and that's just one giant jelly bean.
Oh man, jelly beans is good.
Yeah, and I don't care for jelly beans. That's why I don't like the orange slices. I like the cinnamon stuff. That's pretty good.
Was you caught up on comments, baby?
I think I am. Let me make sure
I didn't miss
any.
Guys. We missed somebody?
I'm just making sure.
True Grit Appalachian Way, she made some strawberry preserves on her video.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to remember just a minute ago.
Will's on.
William.
He says, I bet there's sweet tea in that cup right now.
It's not. It's water.
No, it's tea.
I'll guarantee you it's 100% water.
Well, because the ice is melted, you drank all the
No,
tea.
It's 100% water in there. And that just is flavored with tea.
Then that's not 100%
Yes,
water.
it is.
No, it's not.
Did you take and put all water in it to make it?
Yeah, but I put
Okay.
sugar in there too. That's not
Well,
water. That's not
but
even liquid.
It's still water, disflavored.
Whatever. J. Pill says, random question, but what time does it get dark with you? It's 10 p.m. with us at the moment.
It's about 9 o'clock. It gets pretty dark. 8:30, it's coming on down the hill
Yeah.
to dusk of dark.
Peak summer is 9. Even a little after 9, you could still see some of the sky
Yeah.
at 9 p.m. Like around July 4th, I know we have to wait till after 9 o'clock before fireworks because probably 9:15.
And JP, and if you're asking because of the light in the shed here, it's some Amazon LED lights that I used to run lanterns in here, but the lighting wasn't quite good enough, I didn't think, for a live stream, and so we put these lights up. In case that's why you're wondering.
Sundowner says, yes, indeed, a long, long time. I remember them when I was a child. The orange slices.
Oh, the orange
Yeah,
slices?
and everybody on here loves orange slices.
They're still out there.
Yeah. So I'm not in the club because Johnny, Laura, Stan. Oh no, Stan says I'm on the diabetic spit diet. If it tastes like food, spit it out. And yeah, that's hard with diabetes because you
Yeah.
don't only have to worry about sugar, you have to worry about carbs because carbs turn to sugar.
Yeah.
So like if you eat just a regular potato, it makes your sugar go up. Sweet potatoes are better, and because my mom is diabetic. But just it's hard. I would be like really bummed about diabetes because now I do like sugar, but I can live with Truvia, that artificial sweetener, Truvia.
Yeah.
Truvia. Well, actually, it's from a plant, is what they say, but I don't.
I ain't so sure some of those artificial sweeteners ain't worse for you than
No, yeah,
sugar.
there's definitely some that have
Well, like
been
you got the pink package stuff and
Sweet and Low, Splenda,
Yeah.
Equal. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff out there. Cajun Homestead's on.
hey, Cajun Homestead.
Sorry I'm late. Finally dry enough to put a few plants in the ground.
That is totally okay. I'm glad he's dry enough. Hope it moves this way.
Oh, yeah. And Sundowner says Chico Stick.
Yeah, Chico sticks are good, but they're like a Reese cup. You got to get them when they're fresh because the older they get, the harder they get.
Sundowner says, I'm with you, Joey. Don't back down. It's 100% water. And 1904 Farms is on.
1904.
Hey, guys, a little late. Just got done cutting hay. So, yeah, we have a lot of people missing on our lives in this time because of the cutting hays. Hay cutting is going on.
That's all right. You got to get it done.
Yeah. And Harvey says, have you tried any of the Hortonova netting? Literally fishnet material and works great and will last a couple years.
No, I haven't.
We haven't tried any netting on
Anything, no.
that.
No more broccoli than we have. I mean, we just pick off stuff.
Cornbread says, I bet if we all send Joey orange slices, that tractor would run in 6th gear. No, it doesn't even affect him like that, Cornbread.
Yeah.
He can eat a whole pie and, go to sleep.
Yeah.
Sugar doesn't amp him up. If anything, it makes him sleepy.
It does. It makes me sleepy.
Like, he'll eat some sugar and we'll eat dinner or lunch, and then he gets him a Reese cup or something, and then he's out. So
I hadn't ate much chocolate lately. Hardly any at all.
yeah, and I'm the chocolate. I love chocolate, so I'll eat that.
I want some Britain chocolate.
William
They
May.
say chocolate in Britain is better than ours.
Oh, I don't know. William May says orange slices is an acquired taste, and there's no way British chocolate could be better than ours. We have Hershey.
Well, they say it's
Milton
sweeter or
Hershey.
something. They don't make it like Hershey. It's not Hershey's chocolate, trust me.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Hershey's.
Hershey chocolate is #1 in the world. A whole town
I
dedicated
don't
to chocolate.
think it's '1 in the world.
They even had their own dairy farm to make
I'd
their
say
own milk.
I'd say Cadbury was probably #1 in the world.
See, I don't like Cadbury.
Because
But they put that weird stuff in the
Cadbury
middle.
is from overseas,
Yeah.
but all of Europe and stuff use Cadbury chocolate.
Okay. So maybe that's their
Now
Hershey's.
Hershey's is, it ain't no ham on rye. I love it. But their chocolate is more smooth. Hershey uses
Oh, we need a Royal King. See,
he
Brian.
uses spoiled milk. Yeah,
Brian
it
says,
ain't that far away. 45 minutes up the road.
yeah, because Brian says Royal King sells orange slices by the 2 and 5 pound bags.
Ain't
And it just
they got one
reminded
in
me.
Martinsville, guys?
It just reminded me of the one time we got to go to Royal King. I really liked it there, and their prices were so good.
Orbital one though. Orbital, is there one in Martinsville?
Cajun Homestead says, watched a couple of farmers put some weight this weekend. Or I guess pull some weight this weekend. Oh yeah, so a tractor pull. Okay. Yeah, local tractor pull.
And Royal King's good, but they just absolutely have nothing for a farm-all tractor.
Shane says that my wife learned that canning potatoes does something to the starch, so I can eat them canned. They canned 115 quarts this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it does remove some of the starch, and I can tell that because whenever I get the canned potatoes out, they stay very dense. They don't fluff up like from the starch, and so I kind of don't like them.
You haven't used none in years.
Well, no,
though,
because I
have
don't
you?
like them. Those are now for emergency use only. I mean, if I can have fresh potatoes, I'll use it. But I'll keep that in mind, Shane, if anyone needs to cut back on starches for whatever reason.
Guys, speaking of emergency use, I want to say this, and I may have said this before, I don't know. But, we all of us really on this live and listening to it, all of us kind of, we like kind of putting things back, just in case, you can't buy stuff sometimes. But I've about made up my mind, Campbell's soup is about some of the, canned soup is probably some of the best reserve foods that you can get. I mean, because, it's going to have your noodles and your meats and, bunch of different things. And that's more than canning our stuff. We can a lot of green beans. We got quite a few tomatoes and some potatoes and stuff. But the bulk of my quote unquote emergency supplies is soup. Because I got it all there. I got some salt, I got some sugars, I got some meat, I got some carbohydrates. Depending on what soup you get, and for several years now, and it'll keep a long time.
Well, and we make sure to get the real kind, not any type of diet or
or low sodium. Or anything like
we don't do low sodium or low fat, because if things get that bad, we would need all the calories you can get if that's like your one meal for the day. So
we get I try to get like 2 cans every time we go grocery shopping, and I mean we've got 100 probably now.
Oh no, a lot more than that. Yeah.
But I just you see a lot of folks raising stuff and dehydrating it and stuff like that, and it's great. I'd like to have a dehydrator. I don't have one, but if I guess I'm saying this for people that don't have the ability to can stuff.
You can
stock up on soup.
Yeah, you don't have to have all the skills and knowledge and tools needed. Just be, to be prepared. You can have preparedness in what is available.
Yeah, I don't say much about, stuff like that on the videos and stuff, but believe me, I don't see nothing wrong with making sure you got a few extra stuff in your pantry.
Yeah, Brian does say Martinsville.
Okay.
And Sundowner said they had graduation parties this weekend. And Albert Bell is on.
Hey, Albert Bell.
Late getting tuned in. Hello from Bell Bottom Farms in Fayette, Alabama.
Fayette, Alabama. Bell Bottom, that's a nice name. Bell Bottom.
And Orbis says yes about, it's in Martinsville.
Yeah.
Brian says make a set date and we'll meet at Clarence's Steakhouse and eat. I'm guessing that's in Martinsville.
If he's paying, I'm going.
Yeah.
No.
You can at least bring his chair back to him.
Yeah, I need to.
Joey's going to say no, Brian, because he wants to hold on to your chair till October.
Yeah, I need to pay him rent for his chair.
Right. That's what it is. You need to pay for his, and that's his chair rent. I do have to say he has taken care of it. I made sure that it stayed clean for you and under the shed.
Yeah, I did take it to my sister's a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but it was no rain and it was on a concrete or driveway, so I was like, okay, you can take it. It says we've got
Speaking of chairs, me and Lino want to get us. We're gonna surprise you guys one day. We're either gonna have a little wicker chair or 2 wicker chairs. We want to get us a nicer chair for live, don't we?
Stan says, be careful going to Rural King. They sell tractors there. Danger, danger. Oh, don't worry, Stan. That won't be a problem here. Sundowner says, unfortunately, I used to haul Hershey by the tank load, 4,000 gallons.
Ooh, that I would have had to taste it.
And John does say the Rural King is in Martinsville. We've been to it several times.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I would have popped the valve on that truck.
We stopped one at, yeah. We
I
stopped.
would have popped the valve.
Where's that Rural King we stopped at? West Virginia?
Yeah.
T. Smith says, Joey, did you get my comment about using turpentine on your corn seed?
I did, T. Smith. I suppose we were talking about that a little earlier, and I'm sure it works, and no doubt in my mind it don't. Just what's leading me to this product is the residue that it doesn't leave, and the breakdown of it and stuff like that. But I'm sure turpentine works.
Sundowner says, my canned rabbit, deer, and brisket is the best.
Canned rabbit, deer, and brisket.
You know how I feel about canned meat. Albert Bell says, freeze drying is the way to go, 25-year shelf life.
Yep.
And Paul says, I had lunch at Clarence's yesterday. It was packed. So where's Clarence? Is it in Martinsville? Because, you know,
Probably is.
with Paul's new route.
We're going to Bucky's when it opens in Mebane.
Oh, yeah. We're looking
Get us
forward
a
to that.
Bucky's brisket sandwich.
Yeah. Leatherwood's Garage is on.
Leatherwoods.
And they say, keep doing what you're doing. Love your videos.
Thank you, thank you.
And Nikki says, I love the orange slices. I had no doubt, because Joe and Nikki are like peas in a pod. You know, 2 peas in a pod. So I'm not surprised by that at all. Okay.
I'll bring some, Tennessee.
It's 9:30.
You gonna cut me off?
Yes.
You can't.
It's late. You know how with this new time frame.
Boys, 9:30.
9:30.
She's ready to cut off. She's ready to...
I mean, I got stuff to do.
So,
Lots of stuff.
did you want to stop it tonight?
Yeah.
No. All right. Make sure we don't have no final comments.
Oh, Clarence's is about 1 to 2 miles of Rural King. So yeah, so just bring a thick wallet to go to Rural King and to a steakhouse. So
Sounds like
we'll
it.
have to plan for that. Yeah, Brian, if we do go, we'll let you know so you can, because I don't know how close you are to there.
I think it's just north of him.
Okay, yeah. We'll let you know if we do plan
Yeah.
on doing that, so you can meet us there. Oh, and Cornbread says, hit the thumbs up to like the live. And yes, just south of Martinsville is where those are.
But watch your finger. You're going to block somebody.
Yeah, I mean, that's it.
That's it. All right, guys. I'll let you cut it off. God bless you. Y'all have a good week, and hopefully we'll make some videos Thursday and Friday and maybe Saturday. I'm not sure about Saturday. And have some corn planting and everything else. What?
Sundowner says, we're taking Leno's glasses away so she can't see the time. Oh, no, I'll be able to feel it.
Yeah, she'll fill the time, Sundowner. Thank y'all. God bless you. God loves you. We'll see you.
Bye.
Yep, Leno would fill it for sure.